Welcome everyone, man. Be real. We've got a big man in the house, Ethan, BEHZINGA. Tell him where are you coming from today?
I'm coming from East London, man. East London.
East London with a man, East London with It's a pleasure to have you on. That's the first thing.
Good to see you again. I ain't seen you.
Yeah, I know. Last time we saw each other, you was at the top of the O2.
Yeah.
Looking down on South East London, smiling. Beautiful missus behind you. The word real, I've got an acronym for each letter.
Yep.
So the first one is R. Now the word I want you to kind of explain to me is recipe. Now I've chosen recipe because, like I said, I know he's a bit of a big boy. loved your food and everything else.
You know, like an old recipe that's passed down through the ages. It's like that. You get it through experiences. So you get your flavors through experiences. So your recipe 2 years ago is going to be different to the one now because you're going to make improvements on it, right?
Yeah.
So I'd say, in terms of success, and that being either individually or sidemen wise, it comes from just chucking yourself in the deep end, trying new concepts, trying new things, doing a charity match, doing this, doing all these different things, to then say, all right, this is what's taken it, this has elevated us to this position. What have we learned from that? Now we know that we can apply this to this concept and do it well. The
kind of recipes you are using are quite expensive. I've seen some of the kind of bits and the kind of ingredients you're putting in.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch base on some of the bits and things I've seen you lot doing. Who starts it?
We're all competitive and we all love like a laugh and we all love laughing at each other if they flop something.
Yeah.
So
usually it's you though.
Yeah. Of course it is, bro. I'm always in for bets, whatever, odds-ons, everything, man. That's a bit of me. A lot of people think, oh, they're YouTubers. They've done it in the last 3-4 years, whatever. No, I've been doing it 12 years, man. Wow. I've been out in my bedroom talking to a laptop. So
just you in a room with a laptop.
Yeah.
Right?
So exactly.
Just you in a laptop.
Bro, just me and a laptop. Pause.
We gave it the pause. Now back in.
Pause. Back in. Yeah.
See, at the Dons we had Paula, and seeing somebody like yourself having the mum like her, like you have behind you. Is she part of your recipe? Like,
oh, 100%, bro. Like this woman, right? I always say it. This woman's a serial winner in life because she's had like everything chucked at her. The kitchen sink chucked at her, man. Like even from the get-go. Like my biological dad has upped and left before I'm even out. She made the promise to herself. She said, I'm gonna go through with it. I'm gonna have this child and I'm gonna do the best I can. And even through school when I'm having bad times or whatever it was, or I was straying down the wrong path saying, I want a moped, I want this, so I'll do anything else. So I said, the other thing I like is like a computer, so I can game and all this stuff. Like anything that she's believed is going to do the best for me, she's done.
We're at Bromley Stadium, and I've brought you here for a special reason because it's one of the biggest moments I've had in my life.
Yeah. In
terms of like a landmark where I showed my raw emotions. It was the anniversary of when I lost my mum.
Okay.
So before the game, obviously we were all in the change room. I kind of kept it to myself. I didn't want to say anything, but Donnie done a speech that was like it, because I was going to speak and he said, I ain't said anything all season. Then he said, let me just say this. He said, Big G, the most influential goalkeeper on YouTube. The Dons, everyone comes out to come and see us. We're going down as legends.
Yep.
He said all of that, and it just gave me shivers down my spine and it had me going.
Yeah.
And then before the game, I told the boys in a circle, no one's, usually Chris is at every huddle.
Yeah.
He weren't there for that one. And I told the boys, I said, boys, this is the anniversary, I lost my mum. Give me everything and I'll give you everything.
Yeah.
And we won't lose this game.
Family ethos is what drives people. If you've got a good team around you, what's that? It's a famous quote, isn't it? The law of average. You're the average of the 5 people around you. And I suppose if you've got a good 5 people around you, then you're only going to win.
So you just dropped the gem. Oh, in fact, no, Rick Rosie. He just dropped the dime. Don't be cheap. Pay the price for success. The recipe.
I ain't see you hit many like that, George.
Me versus you, Bez. You've seen what I can do. Best of 5 free kicks, winner takes all again. I'll let you start. Ladies first.
The rage bar's on. The rage bar's on. The rage bar's on.
Oh, I get it.
It's on.
I get it. No. Them man are on holiday. K and them lot. Sad man. Oh yeah, you man don't.
That might have got a big G channel.
Hey, I'm gonna cut there in the trailer.
You see that one?
I'm cutting in the trailer on that one. Hey, don't let him score.
Khalid, do not let him score, fam.
This is the one that matters. Now we get started. Recipe.
What's in your stew? There he is.
Safe.
There we go. Yes, man! That's disrespect. Disrespect. You ain't got the minerals.
Trying to get. Hey, watch.
I'm telling you that first free kick,
Hey,
yeah?
give me it.
Not
I'm
many,
going that one.
not many people would save that first one.
I'm not going safety. I'm going that. Watch.
Alright.
I'm gonna hit it like an arrow.
I want to see it again.
You want that one?
Yeah, it was sublime. Yeah.
What a save.
That's a save.
That's the world that people come to see.
There we go.
That's the world you came all the way to see, fam.
I'm gonna give it this one.
Yeah, there you go. I ate at his restaurant recently. Gold steak.
I saw it on your story.
The recipe was lovely.
Didn't pay enough. You win that round. Save, man.
You gotta see.
One goal.
These things happen, man. Game's a game. The game's a game.
We all like a laugh and a joke. But when does it get to the point where you're not the class clown? When does it get to the point where you've taken it too far, Eve? The word I'm thinking of now starts with E. It's not your name. It's bigger than that. More letters. Entertainment.
Yeah.
What does the word entertainment mean to you?
Entertainment for me is it's a source of happiness for some people. Something to distract you, maybe.
So spending 100k in a day, is that
listen.
Is that the norm?
Okay, yeah, but for some, the game's a game as well. The game's a game, all right? You have to play the game.
You've got over 4 million subscribers on your own personal. On the Sidemen platform, you boys hit the incredible number of 10 million subscribers.
Yeah.
For us at the Dons, we done a 100k show, massive.
Yeah.
We was able to celebrate the winning the cups as well as doing that. But to have seen all that hard work that you put in to reach 10 million subscribers, and people actually finding you that entertaining to want to follow you, how did that feel to you?
I'll be 55 and I'll be like, look,
Yeah.
me and my friends started something and did that. So yeah, it is a bit.
Are you the greatest YouTube team of all time? In terms of, obviously, I would put SC Dons on there. I'm always going to say SC Dons is the greatest football team of all time ever to touch YouTube, but are you the greatest? Because I know there's other massive YouTubers out there, but in terms of a group of friends, as a team, I don't think there is anyone greater.
Do you know what, as a collective, and like you said, we're friends before that. Like we started by playing games together and then we made a couple videos. So it was that before that.
It's mad.
Come on. Like, really, so if you think about it, you've had other YouTube teams, maybe American ones, that have had houses, like whatever. None of them have been together nearly 8 years.
Yeah.
None of them carried on ticking off goals. None of them have carried on releasing a clothing brand, making a new channel, having 3 channels on the go, and doing their individual things all at the same time.
And that's all while you're just having the time of your life.
Even just yesterday, we was on a shoot, and there was a punishment for doing shots or whatever. JJ did it whilst the host was round the back of the set.
Oh.
So we was like, yeah, go on, do it now.
Yeah.
And as soon as he did it, we went, oh, by the way, you did it whilst the host was there. You could do another. I'm more of a wind up. Yeah, I'm more of a wind up. So I just like the little things that make like me really giggle, because that's what I love it, mate.
My favourite one, where it weren't really a prank or anything like that, was the Tinder. I think everyone who watched that was just like, I think you've done well. But you did come out more of a Tinder reject than anything.
Yeah.
And the blind date one.
Listen, remember to eat entertainment.
No, okay, I got you. What is the KSI effect? Because for a YouTuber, your friend, same as to have that experience of going into the boxing, to then opening doors, to still be part of the original group of friends, and also working together. What is that?
The KSI effect. This guy, I said it when he was doing the boxing in the interviews and stuff like that. Whatever this guy applies himself to, he's obsessive with it. And if he says he's going to do something, there's no chance you're not. That's it. He's got that mindset of, that's it.
Yeah. You make money, right?
Yeah.
And the YouTube money is serious money.
Yeah.
So it's not a joke.
No.
There's no limit to it.
No, not at all.
And when it comes in,
it's shed loads. Yeah.
We've got work to do then.
I was earning a ridiculous amount for my age at the time.
Say it because it's that age.
Yeah. I was earning a stupid amount, and I went out.
What's the bracket you're talking about?
I'm talking like 20, 30 a month.
Grand?
Yeah. Like
at that age?
Yeah. When FIFA times are up and coin sponsors and that are about, and you're not educated, bro. Like, I was like 19 earning bags, 20 earning bags, whatever it is. If you go down my family tree, I now have been presented with an opportunity to change my family's lineage forever. I've got that opportunity. It fell in my lap. So, are you going to do something or are you not? You might say you're lucky. It's what you do with it. I've done it for now 12 years. I've done something with the luck.
And you keep on going.
Yeah, exactly. And then you realise, you get to that point and you think, this is my opportunity. It fell in my lap. I'm not going to give it to someone else. Why would I let someone else do it? Because if I'm not, someone else is going to do it. Someone else is going to be hungrier than me. Someone will upload full videos a day.
Me and you, we're talking about going into there, and I'm looking at you, I'm saying, you know I'm not going for anything but a win. And I know you've gone to America and you were saying W's only. I saw you.
W's only, baby. W's only.
We're going to get to a stage here where me and you are in there, and you're going to know where it is. And when we get there, I don't want you to think, oh, the YouTube, oh, the camera's on. I want you to remember what I'm here for. Entertainment, big game, big players.
Hey, Khalid, I know what I said.
A 1v1, best of 5. There's a defender, there's an attacker. You get past the edge of the box, it's a one-on-one. Winner takes all. Got my hands off feet.
Oh my God. George,
He brought his insurance with him.
Hey George, this is a YouTuber that's got brand endorsement deals. You're trying to get us a lawsuit, fam. Injuring the asset.
Hurry up.
I hope you got health insurance.
Come on, come on. Stop making a noise and not saving it. Yeah, right. Oh, Carly, I need you. I need you. Good boy.
World class.
I could do this all day. I could do this all day.
Hey, you pre-slide back on Pro Club.
There's no lag on this Xbox.
Man said Xbox, not even PS5.
Yeah! I've got him.
Hey, watch Khalid go world class now.
Save Wales!
I knew it. I knew it.
Save Wales!
You want to prove something to BG. I know it, fam.
Tells me if I've ever seen it. Finish! Finish.
Hey, G, what was that?
Just a warm up.
Ref! Crook says no foul. Crook says no foul. I'm on the phone with him now, no foul.
To win it!
Yes, Wales!
Oh my days.
Wales! Oh.
Get in there!
Can't put out bounce once, but we'll play.
It was a battle though.
Battle. My heart rate's up, rude boy.
Telling you about it. Sometimes you feel like you've had enough. Wakes you up, misunderstood, comes across as just angry. The next word I've gone for is aggression. The A. I use my aggression from the pain I've got to almost motivate me to keep going. Now, what does aggression mean to you?
I've built up a lot of stuff over time, so sometimes that's my way of blowing off steam or motivating me to do things. So I think it's quite similar in that regard. But I also think you can aggressively chase things. You can do it at any cost. I've tweeted it before, like self-belief at any cost. I will nowadays, like learning over the last 2 years, I will now try and be the best me at any cost. So that's why I think you have to be bang on with your goals, with yourself, and chase your dreams aggressively.
My aggression comes from me personally, from people doubting me and me earning people's respect. So when I decided to play football, I started when I was probably about 16, 17. I'd got myself in trouble with the police, etc, etc. Ended up in a youth offenders, and I realised that to be a goalkeeper I would have to be the best player on the pitch, because when you're left alone one-on-one with somebody, or somebody shoots and it goes in, what's everyone's reaction? Why has it gone in? Oh, look at the kid. That's the first thing, the first reaction. And being a keeper, it's like you can do two things. You can be the guy that bites back. Oh, you didn't mark him, you didn't. Or I can be like, no, you've got to be better. You have to be better, bro. What is it I need to do? Like you're saying, aggressively chasing success, aggressively chasing for self-improvement. But the truth was that aggression came from the fact that I was hurt. I had pain in me from losing people, from not understanding where I was supposed to be in life, from feeling like, what am I here for? Now I know for you, for example, there's probably moments in your life that you can go back to and you can probably think about them. Are you willing to share them?
Yeah. I think there's loads of things. You like growing up, obviously, you think that you've got the same household as everyone else at school, or people assume the fact that you've got the same household as everyone at school, and sometimes it's not. And I think for a young kid going through maybe like a broken home situation, you don't really have many people to relate to. So you're constantly talking to yourself in your head. You're constantly saying, well, why is my house like this? And then you're going into school with these troubles and people are assuming things about you. I think at that time I had people that used to say, oh, you're not going to do anything. Like yearbook, most likely to get arrested. Ethan, most likely to do these things. Ethan. So I think mine's a fear of, and I think fear shouldn't be discussed in a negative thing. I think you should embrace fear. I think fear is a big aspect of things, and it will drive you to do things you didn't know you could do.
One of your pals, you ain't got no names on the back of your shirt. You recognise that voice?
Yeah, I do.
Who is it?
It's Cal Freezy's voice. Yeah,
legend.
Yeah,
good guy.
Mate, that accent is from.
People like him have been part of your support network and your friends. Him being around you and knowing that you're having your periods where you're not at your strongest, and potentially you're actually self-harming, really, because I know you was going for a stage where you was drinking, you was smoking, and that's really harming yourself.
Self-sabotage. Yeah, self-sabotage. my circle around me, they'll know if I'm having a rough time or whatever. But it's one of them things where we've got to the stage of now being together for 7 years or knowing each other for nearly 8 or whatever it is. You know that's happening and you can understand it. Whereas before, people might think, "Oh, this guy's slacking off," or "Oh, this guy's not really paying attention."
Are you aggressive towards each other? So, for example, my relationship with Andrew and Chris is a certain type. Do you know what I mean? We all work together every day. So, like we're all friends, we're all brothers. But I'd probably say myself and Andrew are quite aggressive towards each other in terms of our demands for each other, in terms of how we work. Like, that has to be done, or that you're not setting a standard for me, or I'm not setting a standard for you, and that's what drives all of us. Do you have people around you like that?
Yeah, I think especially sidemen, because we've all got different brains and different eyes but on the same goal. So the way we approach things is always going to be different. And at times I might be really passionate about something, like the way a certain project's going, or like the way we're heading into something, or the way we approach this, or the way we approach that. And if we're really passionate about things, more time you might butt heads with each other. But the butting heads is always a positive butting heads. It's never like, "Oh, f*** this guy, man." Obviously, like, you might get a little bit, "Oh, he's not f***ing getting it." Like, they're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is for the benefit of what I see. So when you come together, but it's all in the name of an end goal. And that's, I think it happens with everyone. It's not necessarily negative arguing or amongst each other. It's all because you're so determined to get to the same spot, or you all want the same thing for the brand, for each other, that you're just trying to passionately put your points across.
It's normally me doing that, putting the ball on the spot. Aggression. I've got bundles of it. I'll show you. Get out of the way.
Hey, boys, disclaimer, yeah? Hey, boys, disclaimer.
Mulligan.
Aggression. I've got bundles of it. I score goal! Winner takes all. Go on then.
Behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Green Street.
This one's for the Hammers. You miss, you're out.
Came to meet the world.
Come on, you.
Fam, I could have swore you called the world down, not Carly.
No, listen, I had a missile sound there.
A missile?
Hey, you didn't hit it hard enough. I'm going with aggression. Hold on. Let him mute it. Mute your phone, yeah? Ready, yeah? This is it. So,
Yeah. Hello?
1-0.
Yeah, Big G's handing that smoke. I'll call you back.
Yeah.
Control the
Hey, I need you, Will. I need you.
Controlled aggression.
I need you. Aggression. Save.
Man.
Hurry up, man. Let's go. I have no safety when I hit him.
Controlled aggression.
Nah.
Let's control
I'm
it.
angry now. You've pissed me off.
Nearly.
Carly, you need to get your rage bar, you know.
Hey.
You're letting the dons down.
You're letting us down.
You're letting the dons down.
I need you now.
Cal Freezy's laughing at you right now.
I need you.
He's laughing at you right now.
Hey, come on. Show him where you... Yes!
I whacked that one.
Hey,
I've got him back. I'm in your head now.
hey, Carly, show Rebel what they lost, fam.
Show Rebel what
show
they
what they lost. Don't let Cal Freezy laugh at you.
Can't miss again. Nothing in a road, George.
His silence is deafening.
Carly, you have to have the rage bar. If you can activate it,
now,
turn it on.
I need something from you.
Show him why you're world class. Show him why you're world class. Show him why you're world class.
Oh, so lucky.
I heard the noise, but I didn't see the save.
I left it the corner. The rage bar's loaded.
Yeah.
Placed. Class.
The eyes again.
Class.
Big game, big players. And I'm a big player. You miss this is sudden death.
What's the score?
He's up. He's missed one.
My back's always been against all.
Big save, Carly, big save! Yo!
You can't make the noise when it's gone in, fam. That's a disappointed Wales.
Hey, Carly,
Sad
quick one.
one.
Carly, quick one, yeah?
That's a sad
How
one.
much did he pay? How much did he pay you from? How much did he pay you from? Have you sold us out? Have you sold us out?
He subscribed to the Sidemen.
So the last letter of the reel is L, and I've chosen this one because I feel like it sums up everything, and it's lessons. Now, some of the lessons I've learned being on this journey of going from obviously playing football into doing the YouTube stuff has been the fact that you have to be willing to just be yourself and not be liked. And rather than changing so that people think, oh, well, I like this guy because he's had to act, being yourself will always be that way. So I've made my mistakes. I've done stuff where I've been sent off and other things that have happened where I'm embarrassed, but I also think that's part of my growth. Now, when I heard like about Halo Tower, I wondered like, what the hell was that like? Like, what was it as an experience of it?
Do you know what? As someone, and especially from people doing YouTube before going to university, it was almost like doing university and living in halls with all your mates, but without having to do the lectures. So you can get a little bit carried away, because like I had Cal below me, Cal and Harry I could stamp on, like they was the flat below me.
Close.
Yeah, they was the flat below me, and then Toby obviously a couple floors up, and then JJ was in the penthouse for like a year. Where I've come from in the last couple of years especially, I've learned all of these new things of how to realise that you need to sometimes put yourself first. Sometimes you have to explain to people, I can't do that for you right now because I'm not in the right headspace, or you got to learn to understand that you will go through issues or whatever it is, or mental blocks, or even just doubt or whatever. You'll go through that. You might get a little bit deflated. It's how you deal with it and then develop from that.
People who are from like where I'm from as well, like Rio Ferdinand, who I remember I was listening to him and he was saying that sometimes the journey's more enjoyable than actually hitting the pinnacle.
100%.
When you look, but while you're on that journey, you don't even realise that those are the things that you're going to be looking back on, because when you're winning Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues, you're always thinking, what's next? Whereas when you're in that moment, you're like, oh, but let's get that. That's got to be done.
Yeah. I think for me, one of the things that I've learned, like you said, you have to fall in love with your journeys and your processes of things you're doing. And I think a lot of my confidence is momentum based. So like, I'll chuck myself in the deep end with a marathon. I'd only ever run a 5K before. I chuck myself in there.
Only a 5K?
Yeah. Chuck myself in there because it was like, let's see what I'm about. Let's see that when I get to that point, have I really got the minerals to push on? So I always think it's confidence is momentum based, and you can create your own momentum. You can do it, even if you're in the darkest place, whatever. If you've got the ability to pull yourself out of that, just you battling yourself, you can always look back on that point and say, well, I've come through that. I've come through that already. So if I just now apply myself to things with that sort of energy, I'm going to succeed in them.
Trench work can only be done in the trenches.
Trench work can only be done in the trenches. I've been saying that for what, 2 years now?
First showed it.
Yeah, first time I came to a couple of games or watched a couple of videos. We've been exchanging trench work can only be done in the trenches for a while.
It's inspiring, Neef, man, it really is.
I'm very selfless, and I would always pocket my own things to make sure everyone around me is okay, whether that be my mum or just my friends. I would never want to burden people with any trauma or anything that I've gone through. That's why I'd always just pocket it. But I think it got to the point where I was at breaking point and I completely broken myself down, where you've whittled your self-worth down to, well, what the f am I here for? What footprint am I going to leave? What am I actually going to do? I'd whittled myself down to that point. It f***ing just hit me, like I was crying in the car and stuff like that, but it hit me like a train. I was like, I've done everything for my mum and like how much she's been through. Why would I do that? Even in no matter what trauma or what thoughts or what a bad time I'm having, it's never worth sacrificing that for like I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. So that's when I took that. And when you've been to that point, right, everything else sort of you can come back up from it and you realise you're like, I closed the door on that as well. Like that door, I remember when I first started changing my life around, people were saying, oh, but what if you go back to old habits? I was like, believe me, when you've been there, you know that door's closed and it won't open again. You know it. And that's why I say as well, whenever I've done things like the marathon or whatever it is, everyone has their click moment. I think everyone has their click moment. I changed my life a little bit, maybe like 2 years before I actually fully did it, but I reverted back to type. It wasn't my click moment. Nothing, like I hadn't had the experience to learn from it and go, right, that's that, bang. Like that is now closed off and put in storage. That happened. And there's a story to tell from it.
What does he say in The Lion King? He goes, oh, see? You can learn from the past. Oh, you can learn. I'm not going to do that, it's too late. With great power comes great responsibility. I've got a lesson for you. I don't wonder why these men are on set for hours. They got him serving. Hey, with great power comes great responsibility. Big game, big play. I'm done. We ain't getting out of here. We ain't in school no more. This is a lesson you've got to concentrate in. My lesson.
Hey.
We're here now. Lessons. Best of 5 off the rebounder. Winner takes all. Whoever scores the most. We all know what you're about.
We might blank here, lads. We might blank. Don't worry, come back!
Oh, come on, Khalid! Oh, the Daniel! Hey!
Chris's face!
Hey.
Oh, you should have hit that.
I would have hit that. No, I would have hit that if I was you.
I was leaning, bro.
Alright, cool.
I wanted it here and I was like...
Alright, cool, but I'm telling you now, I would have hit that. Oh my god.
Now coming back, that. Told you. That was safe.
Best goalkeeper in the league. Figure out which one I'm talking to.
Oh.
I said best goalkeeper in the league.
Bad.
Best goalkeeper in the league.
I don't count. I don't.
No, it's a goal.
That's
No,
a
a goal.
That is a goal.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
Hey,
1-1.
best goalkeeper in the league. Best goalkeeper in the league.
1-1.
Wait, Will says it don't count.
1-1, I settle it now.
It's bouncing. How can it's got to be a straight volley.
Alright, straight volley, cool.
There you go. Oh.
Man gave you a crook service. Come on, man's giving you a crook service. He's giving you a crook
He's giving me a
service.
prank.
Yeah.
He's giving me to prank you.
And there's hidden cameras all around.
Yeah, there's hidden cameras. 1, 2 to do. I've got to beat him. I'm going to beat you the right way. Let's do it. I'm going to beat you the right way. I'm going to beat you the right way. This is it. The side off.
Finish. That was the finish. Right in the GoPro as well. Right in the GoPro.
Listen, BEHZINGA, Ethan, thank you for coming down, man.
Pleasure, G. Pleasure.
Like, be real with Ethan. You don't have to be here, but out of respect, you've come here. And I want to thank you for your support. So I've got something small for you. I hope you wear it with pride.
Oh, that's quality. Yeah, that's class.
Those are the key words that I live by. Resilience, excellence, accountability and leadership.
That's good.
Thank you for coming down.
Pleasure, G. Always love. He does things different. He does things different.